We pick up the latest chapter in the Star Wars saga roughly 30 years after our heroes, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and many others, helped defeat what seemed to be the last of the evil empire in Return of the Jedi. Leia's been demoted to general, Han and his best pal Chewie have gone back to their old smuggling ways, and Luke, well, pretty much dropped off the face of the galaxy. Why? Because a new threat has arisen in the form of the First Order, whose current agenda is seeking and destroying the last remaining Jedi. Leading this new Empire-esque legion is the all-powerful yet deeply conflicted Darth Vader enthusiast Kylo Ren, played by Adam Driver. Also joining in on this new adventure are a collection of new characters like newcomer Daisy Ridley's Rey, a scavenger longing to be reunited with her family, John Boyega's Finn, a runaway stormtrooper trying to get the hell out of Dodge, Oscar Isaac's most efficient X-Wing pilot Poe Dameron, and his loyal volleyball-shaped droid BB-8. Introducing new characters into the Star Wars universe has never been the easiest task, but due to the clever material these actors are given and the large supply of personality they bring to their roles, you can't help but fall in love with every single one of them as soon as they pop up on screen. But as great as it was to see these new faces interact with one another and fully come into their own, the one person who completely owned this movie for me was none other than Harrison Ford as Han Solo. As soon as he made his first appearance on board the Millennium Falcon, you could almost sense that he was probably having the time of his life reprising the role that helped launch his acting career. If anything else, he definitely felt right at home here than he ever did with his other iconic screen role in Shia LaBeouf's Swings with CGI Monkeys.
Son of a bitch.
Another thing I loved about this film was the filmmaker's insistence to make this movie as old school as possible, right down to using real sets, real locations, real practical effects, and shooting it all on celluloid film. There's a lot of CGI to be sure, but similar to this year's Mad Max Fury Road, the combination of old and new school technology are used to extremely great effect here, to the point where it completely immerses you in this world. Just sitting in the auditorium surrounded by generations of Star Wars fans, cheering and applauding at all the right moments, listening to John Williams' classic score soar along with the Millennium Falcon on screen, it all proved way too much for me to handle, to the point where I actually found myself completely drenched in my own tears. To be completely honest, I had little to no complaints about this movie, but if I really had to dig deep and nitpick, it'd probably be for the fact that it does borrow heavily from the plot of the original film, and maybe could have held back on that just a tiny bit. But hey, if the movie Creed can recycle the same plot structure of the original Rocky and still succeed as its own great movie, who's to say Star Wars can't? Overall, The Force Awakens is every bit the Star Wars follow-up you've all been waiting for, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what lies in store for episodes 8 and 9. And that concludes our last Midnight Movie Madness review of 2015. I'm the host, and may the Force be with you all.